Nathan Cole walked into the towering headquarters of Cole Enterprises, his family's billion-dollar corporation, feeling the weight of the morning's financial report pressing down on him. The numbers were lower than expected, and that to him was unacceptable. Profit was everything, efficiency was non-negotiable, and anyone who wasn't pulling their weight in the company was nothing more than dead weight. He didn't believe in second chances or sympathy, just results. His reputation among employees was well known. He was ruthless, cold, and cared for nothing except the bottom line. It didn't matter who you were. If you weren't valuable to the company, you were disposable. Where are you watching this today? Let us know in the comments below. As he stormed down the sleek modern hallways, his polished Italian leather shoes clicking against the marble floor, his eyes locked onto something that irritated him even further. A janitor moving at an unhurried pace, mopping the floor near the executive offices. The man was older, perhaps in his late 60s, with a neatly trimmed beard peppered with gray. His uniform was a plain navy blue jumpsuit, worn but clean, with a name tag that read William. He moved with a steady, deliberate rhythm, carefully ensuring that every inch of the floor was spotless. To anyone else, he might have seemed like just another worker going about his job. But to Nathan, he was a problem. Nathan's temper flared. The man was moving too slowly, too relaxed. It annoyed him to no end. In his world, there was no room for inefficiency, no room for people who didn't take their job seriously. "Hey," Nathan snapped, his voice cutting through the quiet hum of the office like a whip. "Are you planning on finishing that floor sometime today, or are we paying you to stand around?" William stopped mopping and looked up. His deep brown eyes met Nathan's with an expression of quiet patience. There was no fear, no nervousness, just a calm, assessing gaze. He straightened slightly, resting his hands on the mop handle. "Just making sure it's clean, sir," he said in a steady, respectful tone. Nathan scoffed, shaking his head in disbelief. "I don't need spotless floors. I need efficiency. If I see you dragging your feet again, you're out. Do you understand me?" A few nearby employees looked up from their desks, their faces tense. No one dared to step in. They had seen Nathan lash out before, and they knew better than to get in his way. The only person who seemed completely unbothered was William himself. He nodded once, his expression unreadable. Understood. Nathan rolled his eyes and turned on his heel, muttering to himself as he walked away. He was already having a bad day, and the last thing he needed was some slow moving janitor wasting company time. By the time he reached his office, his irritation hadn't faded. In fact, the more he thought about it, the more it annoyed him. That janitor had looked at him as if he wasn't intimidated, as if he wasn't afraid of losing his job. That didn't sit well with Nathan. He buzzed his assistant, Lisa, through the intercom. "Yes, sir." Lisa's voice came through the speaker. "That janitor, William, fire him," Nathan said flatly, leaning back in his chair. "I don't tolerate laziness in my company." There was a pause on the other end. Lisa hesitated, clearly uncomfortable. "Sir, William has been with the company for years. There's never been a complaint about him." Nathan clenched his jaw. "Then it's long overdue. Do it today." Lisa sighed but knew better than to argue. "Yes, sir." Nathan smirked, satisfied. That was one less unproductive worker in his building. An hour later, a private meeting was called in the boardroom. Nathan, still in full CEO mode, adjusted his tie and strode inside, expecting to take his usual seat at the head of the table. But the moment he entered, he stopped dead in his tracks. Sitting at the head of the table in his chair was William, but he was no longer in his janitor's uniform. Instead, he was dressed in a sharp tailored suit, exuding a quiet authority that sent a ripple of confusion through Nathan's mind. Nathan blinked, unable to comprehend what he was seeing. His gaze darted around the room, looking for answers. His top executives sat in silence, their expressions unreadable. Lisa stood near the door, her face a mix of nervousness and quiet anticipation. "What the hell is going on?" Nathan demanded, his voice sharp. One of the senior board members, Richard Tate, cleared his throat and folded his hands on the table. "Nathan, meet William Lancaster, the majority shareholder of Cole Enterprises." Nathan's stomach dropped. His heart pounded against his ribs. "What?" William gave a calm smile. "Hello again, Mr. Cole." Nathan shook his head, unable to process the words. "Number? That's impossible. You're a janitor." William chuckled, leaning back slightly in the chair. "That used to belong to Nathan. I was a janitor, by choice. You see, while you were busy running this company with an iron fist, I was quietly acquiring shares. Over the years, I became the majority stakeholder. As of today, I own 51% of Cole Enterprises." Nathan's breath hitched. His mind raced. This is some kind of joke." "Oh, it's very real," William said, his tone even. "I spent years watching how this company was run. I wanted to see how the leadership treated people they thought were beneath them. I wanted to see who truly valued this company and who only cared about power." His eyes locked onto Nathan. "And today, you showed me exactly who you are. You fired me without cause, which means legally, I now have every reason to remove you." Nathan's mouth went dry. His fingers curled into fists. "You can't do this." William's calm demeanor never wavered. "I can and I have." He gestured toward the door. "Effective immediately, Nathan Cole, you are removed as CEO of Cole Enterprises. Security will escort you out." Nathan turned wildly to the other board members, expecting anyone, to step in and defend him. But no one did. They all knew the truth. William held the power now. "You will regret this," Nathan hissed, his face twisting in fury. William simply smiled. "No, Nathan. The only person with regrets today is you." To security. Guards stepped forward. Nathan yanked his arm away as they reached for him, his face burning with humiliation. But there was nothing he could do. He had been blindsided, outplayed, and brought down by the very man he had dismissed as insignificant. As he stormed out of the boardroom, the doors shutting behind him, William turned back to the executives and clasped his hands together. "Now," he said with a satisfied nod, "let's talk about how we can run this company the right way." And just like that, the janitor became the boss. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Together we can spread valuable lessons that remind us of the importance of humility, respect, and human connection. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.